All right, so now let's take a look at the drums. The drums. Kick and bass have been done, taken care of. Now let's just listen to what the drums are doing. Let me just mute the kick and bass and let's listen to the drums here. I'm going to bring it over to the second hook here where they got a little bit more instrumentation. Cool. All right, I'm going to slowly work through this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deactivate all of these plugins. So the hat is going to be a Neutron Transient Shaper. Precise and sharp with an attack of 3.9. Wakes it up a bit. Relay is going to be bringing it over to the left, so sort of like a drum kit. And let's just see what else we have here. We'll try this. What is this doing? This is taking out some of this. Can you hear that? No bueno. No está bueno. And now we have this shaker, slow shaker here. Didn't do anything to that. I think I just brought it in. This ghost. You can hear that. Some distortion, saturation. Let me just... Oh, wow. Very quiet. But I don't know if that was the intention, but everything sort of came up with the sum snare. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am summing all of my snare and clap sounds to one bus here, and then that's going to my drum bus. So my sum snare. Sum snare is bringing my volume. So let me activate that clipper here. And then my compression, an API. There we go. Things woke up right there. Waking things up. All right, let's move over to this clap right here. So what am I doing there? I changed that. I did a high pass all the way to 470, getting rid of some of the body. I'm taking it. All right. And from there, I'm adding some transient. So let's see. There's the body gone and some transient to it. So that thinner snare clap worked. Let's move over to the snare here. All right. What is that? A little bit of transient. Okay. This SPL transient, it's my go-to transient shaper. Now I obviously have the multi-band, different transient shapers. Everything has its use. And then we have a clap, duplicated clap. I think what I did was I did a little... Let's see what I did here. There we go. Just a little shot of reverb in one of the claps. Did that by duplicating that clap over with that EQ transient shaper, and then the D-Verb sitting at about a 53% on a large end hall, just to get that splash of that clap out. Cool. All right. Now to keep going here, what did we do? We have a ride. Haven't looked at that yet. The ride, I think, is sitting at the end here. Let's listen to what it's doing. With the transient shaper and the relay, there we go. Again, it's a drum kit to me. So we got the hat and the ride, right? That's how we're doing it. All right. So now Cool. The entire drum kit is in. Let us go and see what the compression is doing here with the C2. Kind of dulled it down a bit. Maybe not the best, but it worked at the time. So what would I do now? Maybe not even use this. The Fatso, let's see if that brought out what I had dulled out and was trying to control. Okay, a little bit more control. And we have an EQ doing a bump. Looks like it's the body of the clap that we're trying to bring out. And we have the black box. So what would I do? I would probably not do this C2, but the thing is, I'm showing you in separation, right? It's all on an island, so it's not making sense individually, but it could make sense as an instrument. So I'll leave it. And then that hall is sending out a little bit of effects out to the hall. Let's see what it's doing right here. It's the NeoVerb. And former is a transformer. That transformer has a decapitator on it with a, I forget the name for this P setting, this distortion transformer, the Q3, taking out the body and just leaving the top end, and then MV2 to bring up the volumes. So this is what that's doing. Wake things up a bit. I like that. That's pretty cool. I think that is something I picked up off of one of Jason Joshua's videos, templates, or it was passed down to me. Probably not exactly how he does it, but I found purpose and I found use for it. So let's rock with it. All right, that's the drums. Next, I'm going to move on to the music.